Yeah, I feel like I'm looking at December and I'm like, December's busy.
It's
And I bought a holiday as well, so I'm like, why am I busy? But it's busy.
Where are you going on holiday?
No, like I've booked holiday. We are going on holiday. We're going to Germany.
Sorry.
I'll tell you that.
No.
We're going to Germany.
Germany?
Just for 2 days.
That'll be nice.
I'm excited about this.
Oh, when are you doing that then?
On the 1st and 2nd. I'm not working anyway, so that's why it's not booked.
What, of November?
Just for 2 nights, yeah. No, December.
December.
Yeah, we're going to the Christmas market. So we're going to Cologne. It's like one of the nicest Christmas markets.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that'll be so nice.
That'll be lush.
Yeah. And then the weekend after, the one I think how I booked that one? Can't remember. I think me and Mum are going to go up to London and do maybe Winter Wonderland with my cousin and my auntie. So my auntie's coming
that'll
for
be
December.
so nice.
And then
it's going to be busy.
And then we've got family coming again. I just feel like I've got loads.
Oh yeah.
It's just nice.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully moving.
I know. It's going to be, when you think that obviously we're in October, we're like a good week in.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
And there's not that many days, there's not many weeks left to
No, there isn't.
It's crazy.
There's less than 12.
Yeah.
Like weekends.
It's like anywhere. I seen this TikTok
like
the other day, and it was 2 guys driving in the car, and they were in Mexico. They're like sightseeing. Did you see that?
With the cartel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, I would die.
But they're lucky because
sick. I'm gonna get sick.
But they're so lucky because like.
Yeah, and then they were so nice, weren't they? They were like,
yeah, because they.
Oh no, it's okay.
It's okay. Like go, and they're like.
You could see it in the background, like the car, and someone like out the trunk.
Yeah, they're like chatting away, and then you see in the back.
Oh my god!
I watched that a long time ago actually, but.
I seen that this week. Welcome to the Check-In Podcast. My name is Megan.
And my name's Amy.
On today's episode, we're going to be discussing December burnout, how to prevent it, how to avoid it.
Yeah.
And what to do if it occurs.
Yeah. We're getting to that time. It's coming around really quickly.
Yeah, it's coming around really quickly. We've got, I don't know.
Well, we're filming. I don't know when
by the time this comes out.
We're filming in.
We've got about 12 weeks.
Mid-October. So right now.
12 weeks is not a long time.
No, and right now I would say. We were discussing why this is a good time to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's because right now is when we're all getting ready for that December time.
Yeah.
We're opening up our diaries. We're, starting to fill up. So just want to talk through some things, I guess, just to be mindful of before you get to the point where you've booked yourself out.
Return.
Yeah, basically of no return. So hand over to you.
Yeah. It's, well, I think some places might have already gone too far in the sense of they've probably already booked their December.
Yeah, I've already seen a few.
Yeah.
I've got cancellation
and some people from August onwards. And I think sometimes with your hair and nail appointments, it is a bit more like you want it in the diary.
Parties and the family coming round and all of the things. So
yeah, you want to look good and feel good around this time of year. I think that's normal to spruce up.
I think in general, the beauty sector gets hit at this time of year. Like,
oh yeah, massively. It is a really popular time.
Yeah, everyone wants everything.
People. And also
and
also carries people through the year waiting to get to this period of time. You kind of know that in December you're not taking like long holidays. You're committed to the cause.
Yeah.
And so it's more just, I mean, our December diary is opening day by day, but we have got bookings from our members. And I think the main thing is like a bit like you're doing, booking nice things in.
Yeah.
Like we were just saying about Amy going on holiday.
I think it's like and I know this is kind of separate, but from working in hospitality, you end up spending your Christmas like the exciting, some people don't like Christmas. I love Christmas.
Yeah.
But like the exciting month of the year, or one of the exciting months of the year, but you end up catering to everyone else but yourself, which is obviously
get the
like
spark yourself.
It's great, but I think it's really important to do things as well. Like I've definitely spent years, not so much now because I'm aware of it, but previous years where I've just worked and I've done Christmas parties for people or treatments for people or whatever it is. And then I get to Christmas Day and I'm like, oh my gosh, where did that month go? I've literally done nothing. I had my Christmas party with work and that's all I've managed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So
just adding that bit of spark, like, for yourself, because otherwise you're just giving so much, and you already are throughout. Like, for most people, when they get to the end of the year, it's that time to actually just, like, switch off for a bit, calm down. And I think with this industry as well, it's that extra of, like, we give so much. So at the end of the year, you might just completely, like, be a write-off. And I think that happens
as well,
a lot.
I think, because most of us will take, like, minimum, probably Christmas, Boxing Day, maybe Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
A lot of places will close in between Christmas and New Year. Some places don't. But, yeah, you don't want to get to that point and you're so burnt out that, you know, it's always that thing of, like, you work so much and you're fine and then you stop working and you fall ill. Or you're exhausted or whatever it is.
And December is, like, cold flu season.
Yeah.
So if you're not looking after yourself and you're working extra hours, like deprivation of sleep, like, you're going to get ill.
And then
you're
also
going to be
you're
tired.
going into the new year wrecked.
Wrecked. You want that kind of fresh start come the new year. So it's just trying to prepare your diary as much as possible to, like, allow some... My thing at the moment is allow some grace. Allow grace for yourself to... like, have an earlier finish and go and do something Christmassy. Go to the markets, see family, see friends.
Yeah.
Not work these, like, crazy hours. Because we've said before, like, December is kind of the same as every... Like, obviously, the period is Christmas. But, like, the month itself, you've still got 3 weeks before the big, like, Christmas Day type thing. It's still the same amount of time. And I think now, like, for me... or us coming a bit more into this year, having more of a team is more, like, for me, has been, like, more structure.
Sorry, I just hit the mic. Sorry.
I feel like we have more structure in the sense that when I worked on my own, I would, like, kind of come and go a bit more as I please. I would work, like, maybe multiple late nights or, like, just when the bookings were there. But now, like, maybe on some days I'll work a bit of a different hour, like, on a Monday I might work a bit later or something to get people in, but we're, like, quite set with our hours and our hours are what it is. I think that will help me this year to, like, because where it was me and you last year and we were working alternative, this year should hopefully, who knows,
be a bit smooth.
Who knows?
I think
this is always tips. Maybe it's to do as we say and not as we do, because I always feel like no matter what, in some case when you get to the end of the year, you're just a bit of a write-off anyway.
Yeah. It's been 12 months.
Yeah. It's been 12 months. I'm tired now.
Yeah.
I actually feel exhausted now.
Yeah.
But...
and I think it's also exhausting thinking about the next few months.
Yeah.
Like, how busy
And
it's going to be.
ahead.
And then, like you said, trying to do your own thing as well.
It's a lot to juggle all of the time.
Yeah. I
And
also
you need
think
the
as well,
break.
like, a lot of places will open their hours up to extra times to fit clients in.
Yeah.
And I think that is really nice. But also... you should have your... no, I don't know if that's the right thing to say. But, like, why do we need to get extra time? Yeah, if you've already got your...
I guess
understand
we're
if you're...
soaking it up, aren't we? It's the busiest time.
I think...
for a lot of people, it goes quiet in January. But for us, it was kind of the opposite last year. I feel like for us, like, when we get to winter, it's like, these are our months.
Yeah.
But, like, the difference between having your nails done and getting, like, I always think getting a massage, it will help me deal with this time of year better. I love Christmas, I love seeing family, friends, but, like, I just cope better, I have more patience and I can deal with things. But getting your nails done is like an exterior feature of yourself that makes you presentable in a way if you want to show up that way. But so, like, we're not like deadline type thing, as in, like, people want to get their treatments in, have their massage, have their facials, reflex, but it's not like, if I don't have my massage before this party, my, like, hair's not gonna be right, or, like, my Christmas photos aren't gonna look like this. So I feel like mainly our massive, like, bigger rush last year came in January, February, March.
Yeah. I think
Starting
we
the new year fresh.
prepped well for that too as well, though. Like, we were semi-expecting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that, like, some things are very seasonal. It's the same with, like, hair removal. Like, sometimes that's not always, like, the first thing. Like,
Yeah.
if you...
Is that the door? No, it can't be. Oh no, 11:50.
No, it might be.
Yeah, let me quickly check.
I can't actually remember what I was saying.
That's okay, isn't it? Hair removal, different times of the year. As in, like, summer is going to be your time.
Yeah, summer's going to be your time. Obviously, you're still going to be busy at Christmas, but summers might be your time. But then just take that, go with that.
Yeah.
Enjoy your time. Like, we're talking about people being super busy and the burnout, but I think equally important to mention that not everyone has this, like, crazy busy time, but just enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think even in the last few years, I remember saying, like, people seeing online that they were saying, oh, usually I'd be fully booked by this time of year, and it hasn't been necessarily the same in the last couple years. I need to catch my breath.
I feel like I need to cough.
Hasn't necessarily been the same in the last few years, maybe because of the way, like, the world is at the moment. But not to be, like, it will be busier, but you want to sell other things, like sell your gift vouchers, and that can...
No. That is so funny.
Apologise. No interruptions. You better apologise to your audio listeners for this.
Yeah, because we've lost our... I don't know where we are.
Interruptions, up and down, turn off the music.
That's the way...
Hallow's getting the best of you.
Harry Bear?
The Hallow
Hallow.
Sweets.
Hallow? Are they Hallow?
Hallow Scream.
The Hallow Scream Sweets is getting the better of you. You know.
What's going on?
Refresh.
Yeah, not to get on top of yourself if it is...
Wait, we need to say sorry.
Oh, so sorry about that. Just the laundry.
Sorry for all the interruptions. Oh, why am I speaking right now? I need to laugh. Hang on.
But that's life. That's life.
We've lost ourselves a little bit. But
Yeah.
we'll find ourselves again.
Yeah, just if this isn't crazy busy for you, then that's absolutely fine. Sometimes you're just in a building stage and you might want to sell your gift vouchers or focus on what you're going to do.
Yeah, definitely. I would say
February onwards.
there's other things you can push, and I think if it's just not happening for you, like, don't compare.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't compare if people are like, oh, we're fully booked and, like, and they're fully booked, say, like, by September.
Yeah.
You don't need to. And also, you don't know. First of all, they might only work, like, a couple days. Then that's different if you're doing it full time. And, like, also
definitely,
the quality of life.
That is such a big thing, though, because sometimes you actually don't know what hours other people are doing.
Yeah.
Like, you look at people and you say, oh my God, they're fully booked. They can't squeeze any more people in. But you don't know what hours they're doing.
Yeah. And they
And
might
also,
do really
like, you
short
can-
hours compared to you.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
generally people get hit. If you're not getting hit, it's not the end of the world. And just enjoy the time. Like we're saying, our whole thing of this podcast, I guess, is for the people who are being really hit.
Yeah.
It's sometimes not worth the mental
Strain
state that
of it,
you get from it. Yeah. So
and the come down of, like, last year I was so unwell. We were so unwell.
Yeah.
Antoine didn't even make it to Christmas dinner.
yeah. But that's the thing. This is what I mean. You work so hard and then you stop.
And it all gets on top of you. And it just means that you needed the break before. So it kind of going into, like, the mental side of things is just having those regular breaks to actually enjoy what you're doing. We don't live just to...
Yeah.
we don't live just to work. Obviously it helps
I
us
also
pay for a
think
living,
a
but
lot of people get really stressed about the January, February quietness, and so that's
Yeah.
why they'll push their Christmas. That's why they will open up a little bit more extra hours to get people in.
Yeah.
But I think if you're, and we'll touch on this in another podcast, but I think if you're prepping yourself right for January and February, it doesn't put so much pressure and stress on your Christmas
Yeah.
diary. I think, yeah, I do think a lot, because I know in previous places it's been like, oh, we're going to work later on these days because January's going to be quiet. So, like,
Yeah.
let's get as much as we can get in right now. But we prepped for it last year.
Yeah.
Or you did for last year. And we were busy January, February.
Yeah.
And so then I guess last year was different because it's our first year and everything. But going forward,
Yeah.
we have kind of the same plan. And so then it's maybe not as...
Yeah, I'll always have that plan. And to
much
be honest, it
pressure.
shocked me actually, because when I started the year, I was thinking that like we would just, me and you would just continue. And now there's like 4 of us doing treatments.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes you just don't know like what's gonna happen at all.
Yeah.
Or like you don't always say, oh, it's just taking that risk sometimes. But you don't, you know.
Yeah. I think talking about obviously the December, what did we call it?
December burnout.
Burnout.
Avoiding the burnout.
Avoiding the burnout. But I think, yeah, it kind of stems from if you organise your year well,
Yeah.
then you don't have to push yourself to the point of burnout when it gets to December.
Yeah.
I think that's
and
what
if
I
you're
would say.
working in a place, still trying to create boundaries as much as possible. Like you said, some places will open up their hours and then expect their team to like follow suit. But I think obviously, you know, people are trying to monetize as much as possible and get like what they can get in that time. But for your team as well, you're just gonna be tired.
Yeah. And then they're
You
not
need
going
to
to
be
give their
so
best.
tired. No. So it's all really just to talk about like the mental health side of running a business or being in a business or just trying to do anything within this industry, that you really do need to give yourself space to just like allow yourself to be human as well, even when you're dealing with other people. Like I feel like for me recently, I've just been thinking like with some places you get like the mental health days when you call in sick, and how different that looks if you're working in an office and if you work in like a service-based industry. I feel like the guilt that you have if you want to take a
It's
It's
100%.
so hard.
Because, and I've never worked in an office, so I don't know, but I know I don't know, but I assume it's something that like, oh, if you need that day, you can pick it up the next day, or like someone else can fill in for you or something like that.
Yeah. When I
Whereas,
say it, terms of like basically nothing that's like service-based, appointment-based.
yes, whereas
Like,
for someone like if I have to call in sick, I'm looking at the day thinking, well, that's however many people cancelled.
Yeah.
And I can imagine same for like Christmas appointments and stuff. You're thinking, oh, but they've booked then because they specifically want it because, like you said, like they've got their Christmas party or things like that. So it's the guilt is definitely,
it's such a hard one.
It is hard, yeah.
And to deal with it, like I feel like sometimes if I have like a low day or I don't want to deal with the day. But in some ways it's a lot harder now to have that, like to be like, no, like I can't do it that day. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Megan doesn't want to work.
No, I just
No, you're tired. You're just tired.
I am tired. We are both tired.
Yeah.
Anson said the other day, I do need a break. But Anson to say that, I feel like, we do need to have something, because we did go away earlier in the year, but for summer we didn't have anything. But more to the sacrifice of growing like the team. But
I think as well, like for me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm tired. We've been working hard, blah blah blah.
it's getting to that time.
But for
season
you
change.
though, like the business owners out there as well, and like you guys don't stop working really.
No, we do work every day at the moment, which is just stupid.
Even Sundays.
Yeah, it's actually stupid.
By the way.
Look at nothing. It's
But that's
so
what I'm
stupid.
saying, and like,
And
you
it's
do
not
need to go
good, because
careful.
we're just like,
yeah. But this
Yeah.
is the thing, like, as well.
You do need to have a day. So this is definitely not a podcast of do as I do and not as I say.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will have a break soon. Guess it, we will have a break soon. Anyway, not to be down. But all I'm saying is if you need to have a mental health day, you need to forget about like the clients that you have booked in and what they say, because sometimes you just need to have the day.
Yeah.
Because
And if
you're the most important person.
If looking forward is getting you stressed and affecting the mental health as well, making you anxious, because sometimes you can have your days where you're busy and you look at that and you're like, oh, I'm fine with that. But then when it gets to Christmas and you're adding all these extra appointments and you're squeezing people in, doing appointments in shorter times than you normally would.
Yeah.
If you're looking at that and you're already thinking,
it's that,
oh my God,
it's that common thing of when you do something and then you're like, why
don't
did I
do
do
it to
that?
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
You need
Because
to give
as well,
yourself
if
time.
you're working up to like the 20, I mean, this year, luckily the 24th, so the Christmas Eve is a Sunday, where if it's other days, I know a lot of places will work on the Christmas Eve. I've definitely worked on Christmas Eve before, but you don't want to get to that day and just like collapse. Like you want to get to that day and be able to enjoy it. So yeah, if you're feeling anxious or I don't know, just worried or down or whatever
Take
it
each
is.
day as it comes, and if things happen, things happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of them is like getting ill around Christmas is an awful time, but it does happen. And if you don't do like the preventative measures, likelihood is it will happen. So you just kind of like look after yourself. You're gonna be like treating so many people. Make sure that you're looking after yourself in the midst of everything else,
And don't put
enjoying
the pressure.
season.
Yeah. Don't put the pressure on yourself.
For Christmas and for like in general. There's like a certain amount of good healthy pressure, and then there's like where you're just so on yourself that you're like spiraling a little bit. To find the mix of things.
Yeah. I do really think, I'm sure a lot of people are listening thinking, well, it's my busiest time of year, like I have to book myself out like that, I have to go like crazy on it. But I do think, and like I said, we'll talk in another podcast, but I do think if you organise the year well, you don't necessarily, I won't say for everyone, but you don't necessarily need to put that pressure on you like for that time of year.
It's gonna be somewhat, in most industries, it's gonna be an influx of sales in some capacity, whether it be like products or, and also if you retail products, if you sell like a few products, that might cover you for like a day's work. You know,
Upsell.
so look at it like that. You know, if you want to get some extra money, well, why don't you retail some products this Christmas? Because people are not necessarily in the mood for buying, but like they're going to buy because it is a gift giving season.
Yeah, definitely.
So, just a word of advice. And just look after yourself now and always, really.
Yeah. So how we're feeling at the minute, what we're looking
Yeah, the anticipation of the year.
Yeah.
And just like everyone else will be going through something similar within the industry. So always discuss it if you need to. But
Just a short one from us.
just short and sweet today. But if you have liked what you've seen, then make sure you're subscribed to our channel, following us on all of our platforms under Luxe Studio. Till next time, my name's Megan.
My name's Amy.
We're checking out.